Mike.
Hey, Sean, what's up?
You ready for some lunch?
It's dinner time.
Oh man, we're gonna have lunch for dinner. Fun fact, back in September of 2016, Bruce, back in September of 2016, we put on our, when we used to do those Nerdsense label things for the descriptions episodes, I put, we're having lunch for dinner. So we're having lunch for dinner again.
Touche.
This is Maine beer lunch. It's Maine beers IPA, 7%. This was bottled on February 22nd. So for a West Coast-style IPA, it is very fresh.
You thought it was from 2016. That's way funnier. I'll do the first pour.
So yeah, so like I said, so we reviewed this back in 2016. We've definitely had this beer multiple times. Maine beer lunch, it's a classic, right? It's definitely West Coast style. It was always interesting that it was always in conversation with top IPAs, even during like the haze craze.
Yes.
It's not even remotely New England style. It looks gorgeous though.
It does look gorgeous.
And back then, 2016, Mike and I were also in our haze craze, probably,
yes.
or our haze phase. But we gave it a 3.75, and we said that we really liked the beer. But then Mike at the end made a good point. He's like, I think we're not letting folks know that we actually like this beer. I think we were kind of looking for.
We're nitpicking.
We're nitpicking it because it probably wasn't a hazy IPA, which it is what it is.
You only know what you know.
Lunch is a special whale that has been spotted off the Maine coast since 1982. She has what looks like a bite taken out of her fin, which adds to her unique character. We dedicate this beer to her determination and persistence. Keep on swimming. Okay, I never read that on the bottle before, so I was reading that. I literally thought they were trying to say that this beer has been around since 1982. It's not. I assume Lunch is a whale that is in Maine that has a bite out of their fin. Could you imagine this beer existed in 1982? 5 people would buy it out of the year.
So, I mean, when you take a look at this, it almost is, it's almost...
Looks darker on camera, but...
Yeah, it's almost like caramelly.
Yeah, and it is hazy, for sure. I can't really see my fingers through it at all.
No, not at all. By the way, how awesome are these great Notion glasses? Love them. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of gold, kind of, gold. It's gold. Bruce, you lunatic. He's smiling.
No one can even see him. They're like, what are you guys talking to?
Hey, puppy. There he goes. Let's get a taste then.
Where'd it go? Oh, there you go. You got it. Oh, yeah, I got it. Can I throw it down? You got it?
Throw it that way.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do a taste. Cheers. We didn't even smell it.
Nose. Very sweet.
Very sweet.
Apricots.
Loads of apricots.
Almost like honey-soaked apricots. Sweet honey, you know?
With like this lovely bitterness. How'd you get that so fast? And come back already.
He's so proud of himself.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's a floral, piney bitterness. Bruce, come here.
A sound we never had in our videos, squeak toys.
Give me that toy.
You won't give it to me either. But yeah, there is this lovely bitterness, like this very dank resin. So Mike texted me earlier, full disclosure, he's like, have we reviewed Maine beer? And I went through my Rolodex in my head, and I said, yes, we did on September 2016. And I told him all the notes, because I remember everything. And then I thought to myself, it would be interesting to re-review this, because like now we're way more, like we have a West Coast beer, we're like, oh man, I miss that style. So I've had this, obviously, since I've gone through my haze phase and stuff like that, but I'm really curious to actually dissect it in a video.
Yeah, it smells the way I remember it smelling.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And I guess I haven't had in maybe like a year.
It smells sticky icky too.
It does. But it's honey and apricot and I mean, but also piney and grapefruit. And,
yeah.
So let's
do it. Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
So I love the level of bitterness.
Yep.
But all the flavors and the honey and all that sticky icky that was on the nose,
Not there.
it's not there on the palate, right?
It's sort of dry and not that exciting.
Yeah. But like the bitterness is kind of what I want in a West Coast IPA, but yeah, it's just falls flat. And it's not that I don't think it has anything to do with the age. It's like it's April 8th, so this is less than 2 months old. And
Yep.
for a beer of this style, it should be more vibrant. It should be more bright. It should be popping. And it's not. And I think, and I've had this beer multiple times, and I feel like even when I was in my West Coast IPA phase, and even when I'm where I am now, I've always felt like that. I was always underwhelmed.
Same.
Which,
But now, we are lucky that occasionally we get beer sent to us.
Yeah.
We're very lucky. This I bought out of my pocket.
right.
I wanted to like this. I didn't buy this
Yes.
because I thought it'd be funny to say, well, it's okay. That wasn't the whole point of paying
Right.
money for this beer. I saw it, I was like, man, maybe this is the time.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not. It's perfectly fine. There's just nothing that I'm sipping on that is getting me excited.
Right. It's not like, because like you compare this to people, oh, this is a single IPA, and Pliny, however you're pronouncing it, is a double IPA, but like that has more flavor. It's more bright. It's
more interesting.
yeah, it's more interesting. Like this had its time and place, I think, but we're probably gonna get a lot of downvotes for this. But I just,
It's fine. I'm glad I bought one bottle though.
yeah.
The thing is, even on the nose, like all those things, like the honey, the apricot, and the grapefruit, I was like, that's all fine, but I wasn't that excited about that either. The only thing I sip is like, well, you don't get that either. It's sort of it's dry, it's floral, it's piney, but there's like no flavor.
I think I'm the opposite. I think, well, obviously, I agree with the no flavor thing, but I was excited on the nose.
It's not that I wouldn't have enjoyed those flavors. It's just that's not anything that got my rocks going. Like if maybe it was the distribution. It seemed like a little more honey apricot forward.
Yeah.
I mean, although all those things are fine, and if I got them on the palate, they'd been like at least.
Right.
Hey puppy. At least that would have been something. But I just feel like this is sort of.
The same guy.
Yeah. I just feel like this is just not exciting.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
That's all. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not exciting.
Yeah. And not for nothing, and we said this in the last review too, because I remembered it all. I didn't rewatch it. This isn't a knock on Maine as itself, not Maine the state, Maine Beer Company as itself. Like they make some really great beers too. So this is just strictly for lunch, just so everyone's aware. Like I remember we had dinner, and I was like pleasantly surprised how much I like dinner. I think we had it at my bachelor party.
We've had dinner a few times.
Yeah. But yeah.
We've had the beer a few times too.
We've had dinner a lot of times then.
Yeah, no, honestly, dinner excites me. Even the idea of having dinner, it excites me more than this.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, the beer doesn't suck. It's just,
I get what you mean.
I had this feeling where it's of underwhelming and. Nah.
I always hate doing this on camera, like being like underwhelmed on a beer, because like we want to be honest, right? But like it still doesn't feel. It's not a good feeling to be like, oh, crap.
Yeah, but even if even if we were lying, people could tell.
Right.
You see it in our faces.
This is great. This tastes like a great West Coast IPA. Yeah, I know.
But it is, and it's like all the beers. I mean, to be fair, we've had a few beers today. All of them have been like really, really good.
But everyone's gonna look at all the reviews that we just had. You guys just did a bunch of New England IPAs, because they're gonna go like, your clothes didn't change. You changed angles.
Eh.
You guys say you're done in your haze craze. All we did was.
That's true. But we've changed angles to follow the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I would say down in the comments, what does everyone think of Maine beer lunch? I'm really curious to know, like, honest opinions. Like, does everyone still love lunch, or is it like has that ship sailed? Like, do people still buy lunch? Clearly they're still brewing it, and they're brewing dinner, and they're releasing dinner now in distribution. It seems like, so it's not just a brewery only thing. What's everyone's one's views? Because like West Coast IPAs are one thing, and then this is like one of those like staples. But I don't know. Has this beer changed? Like for folks that like still love lunch, how do you think it's morphed over the last few years? I would just love to have that type of conversation down in the comments. But yeah, nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if those are your things. Like, comment, subscribe, hit those notification bells so you can find me posting videos. And I'm Sean.
I'm Mike.
And this is Nerdsense. Hey, Kobe, Bruce, your ball? Oh, it's not the ball.
He's over there. He didn't go.
He didn't look me up. It's gonna do it.
He didn't.